Couva, Trinidad and Tobago, October 10. Matt Besler of the United States men's national team reacts as the USA lose to Trinidad and Tobago 2-1 during the FIFA World Cup Qualifier match between Trinidad and Tobago at the Ato Boldon Stadium on October 10, 2017 in Couva, Trinidad and Tobago. Photo by Ashley Allen, Getty Images. While Fox certainly hoped for more when it shelled out $425 million to outbid ESPN for World Cup TV rights, a U.S. free tournament doesn't look like it will be the disaster many predicted. After initial projections that the U.S. team's surprising failure to qualify could cost Fox as much as $20 million in advertising revenue, the network is now expecting ad sales losses to be less than $10 million, an insider with knowledge of Fox's ad sales negotiations told B-Rap. That's because over the last week, Fox received some good fortune in the form of a stronger-than-expected haul that insiders attribute to several factors. Also read, Fox Sports rallies viewers for Men's World Cup without U.S. greatest sporting event on earth. First, the Golden State Warriors' sweep of the Cleveland Cavaliers in the NBA Finals left advertisers who were hoping for a 6- or 7-game series looking for other options. Outside of the MLB All-Star Game in July, there aren't many big-ticket TV events until the fall, when there will be the Emmys and college and professional football. Then on Wednesday morning, FIFA awarded the 2026 World Cup to the joint North American bid from US, Mexico and Canada, which put the Americans back in the World Cup conversation the day before this year's tournament kicked off. Fox has World Cup rights through that 2026 tournament, which is also the first to expand from 32 to 48 teams. Fox is now hoping that talk of a mostly U.S. hosted World Cup in 8 years will help blunt any ratings losses from this year. Also read, Twitter unveils major update to highlight breaking news. Live events. Fox has sold about 95% of its inventory for the 48 group stage matches, with the only spots remaining in some of the lesser desired matchups. They have about 1 ad unit remaining in the semi-finals and about 5 left in the championship. The biggest mountain Fox had to climb for this World Cup was always going to be the TV-unfriendly time zones from Russia, which had already been worked into their ad sales negotiations. Also read, how summer blockbusters are dribbling around the World Cup schedule. Thursday's opening match between the host nation and Saudi Arabia will kick off at 11 a.m. ET. In 2014, ESPN had the benefit of Brazil's time zone aligning perfectly with the East Coast, which helped it and ABC amass some $187 million in ad sales, according to ad tracking firm Cantor Media, though the insider disputed that figure and argued it was closer to between $160 minus $165 million. The insider added Fox expects to come close to that amount when all is said and done. The pride of the Yankees, 1942, this beautifully dramatized moment of sports history, as wonderfully monologued by Gary Cooper, helped to immortalize the already infamous "Luckiest Man" speech by Lou Gehrig. Rocky, 1976, in the ultimate underdog story, newcomer Rocky Balboa, Sylvester Stallone gets a shot at the world heavyweight title against champ Apollo Creed. Rocky proves he has the goods, going the entire 15 rounds against Creed, but loses in a split decision. Rocky would get a rematch though and win the title in Rocky II. Breaking Away, 1979, one of the most inspiring underdog stories ever made. The Little 500 bicycle race in Bloomington, Indiana, is a local classic as made famous by this film. In the film's closing race scene, the locals, dressed in plain white t-shirts with their nickname the Cutters, upset the richer college students with more expensive bikes and uniforms, riding across the finish line in pure glory. Chariots of Fire, 1981, two Englishmen push each other to be the best sprinter at the 1924 Olympics. While they won gold on the big screen's racetrack, Chariots of Fire would go on to win Oscar Gold for Best Picture. The Natural, 1984. Robert Redford plays middle-aged rookie Roy Hobbs in The Natural. Hobbs leads his team to a championship on his final at-bat when he launches the most famous home run in movie history, thus proving the unspoken rule in baseball: if you break the lights you win the game. Hoosiers, 1986, another Indiana classic and what is widely considered one of the greatest sports movies of all time. Hoosiers follows a small-town high school basketball team as they make it all the way to the state finals. They play a bigger and more athletic team in the finals, but with a last-second shot pull off the surprise victory. Major League, 1989, Charlie Sheen and Tom Berenger lead an outfit of misfit Cleveland Indians from last place to a shot at the league pennant against the powerhouse Yankees. Even though the film is a comedy, the final game plays out in dramatic fashion. Field of Dreams, 1989, Kevin Costner was at his finest as an Iowa farmer in the fantasy drama that sparked the iconic line, "If you build it, they will come." When deceased baseball players including Shoeless Joe Jackson come to life, sports fans of all ages get goosebumps. A League of Their Own, 1992, A League of Their Own, proved that girls can play baseball, and ends in a play at the plate that determines the championship. Gina Davis's Rockford Peaches may lose that final game, but as Tom Hanks taught us, there is no crying in baseball. Hoop Dreams, 1994, Steve James's revolutionary documentary follows inner-city Chicago kids William Gates and Arthur Agee throughout their high school basketball careers. The film culminates in both striving to reach the finals of their city-wide championship tournament. Remember the Titans, 2001, based on the true story of Virginia's first integrated high school football team, led by coach Denzel Washington. The Titans not only changed the views of an entire town, but they go undefeated on their way to a thrilling state championship against an all-white team. Friday Night Lights, 2004, the film that spawned the critically acclaimed TV series, which in turn may spawn a film of its own, is memorable in that its featured team doesn't win the championship. The Permian Panthers mount a great comeback but come up 1 yard short of the state title. Miracle, 2004, in perhaps one of the greatest upsets in sports history, a team of U.S. college hockey players defeated the Soviet Union, the three-time defending gold medal winner and best team in the world, during the Cold War. The Fighter, 2010, David O. Russell's Oscar-winning picture depicted boxer Mickey Ward's Mark Wahlberg climb up the ranks from middling contender to a shot at the title. The final fight shows the grit and heart that it took for Ward to win the belt. Moneyball, 2011, baseball statistics and analytics might not be the sexiest of topics, but it all heats up when you have Brad Pitt playing Oakland Athletics general manager Billy Beane, who hires an Ivy League grad Jonah Hill to revive his failing team on a tight budget. Its finest moment is an electric scene of Beane wheeling and dealing before the trade deadline at his desk, with an astonished Jonah Hill watching him clean house. Draft Day, 2014, Kevin Costner brings the stress of the NFL draft to life as general manager of the Cleveland Browns' Sonny Weaver. As the clock ticks down, the future of his team relies on him making the right decision about a seemingly perfect star quarterback. McFarland, USA, 2015, Kevin Costner follows up a string of beloved sports films, including Field of Dreams and Bull Durham, with a drama about a cross-country team at a predominantly Latino high school. The film, directed by Nicky Caro and produced by Gordon Gray and Mark Cherty, has real legs as coach Jim White leads the Central Valley Runners to the state championships. 2015, the power and hypnotic beauty of this famous running scene from Creed, as directed by Ryan Coogler, is immense. Michael B. Jordan captures the inspiring training run from the original Rocky, with a modern spirit. You can feel the emotion of the moment so strongly and can't help but root for him. The Pride of the Yankees, 1942, this beautifully dramatized moment of sports history, as wonderfully monologued by Gary Cooper, helped to immortalize the already infamous "luckiest man" speech by Lou Gehrig.